Hey guys, I'm going to show you how to play Come Together, a Beatles classic in only 3 parts. Part 1 is the intro, also interlude. Basically, anytime there are no lyrics being sung, you're going to hear the main riff. Here it is. And you're going to do that many times, but I'm going to show you how to do it just once. You can count on your own. It's going to be 10th fret of the E twice, with a little stop in between. You're going to do that by lifting just ever so slightly. And then you're going to hammer on 10th fret to 12th fret on the A string. First finger to the 3rd finger. And then you're going to play the 10th fret D string. And that's it. Get good with that and you're welcome. By the way, I'm going to send you a neat little Easter egg on the very, very end of this lesson, where I'm going to take that and upgrade it and show you how I actually play it when I play it live with a little bit more spunk. Okay, let's go ahead and do the verse. The verse is really, really simple. It's just a little bluesy shuffle on D and then A, and just a hair of G on the end. Here it is all together. What I'm doing is I'm doing the D, I'm pedaling this like D power chord, and then giving you this 14th fret. So I've got, by the way, 10th fret with my first finger on the E string, and then I've got the 12th fret on the A string, playing at the same time. It's a D power chord, and then I'm gonna do that twice. A little bit of, like a little, you know, a little some of that palm muting, a little bit of that stoppage in there. That lift comes from a little bit of this kind of clamping thing on the left. So what I'm doing is I'm doing 2 D power chords, and then I'm pedaling that pinky onto the 14th fret A string twice. And so one full measure is just 2, 2, 2, 2, which is this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and you're gonna do that 4 times. Then you're going to move on down to the A power chord. Now I'm on my 5th fret E string, 7th fret A string. And I'm doing the same exact shape where my pinky reaches up. It's a little bit more of a stretch to the 9th fret every other time. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and again and 2 and 3 and 4 and I'll give it a little slide on the end. And I'm playing the 3rd fret E, 5th fret A. And you're going to give that a nice stop. Use both hands to stop that. And that's where we're going to start back over to the verse, or it depends on where you're at in the song, you'll get into the next part and the final part in the song, the chorus, which is actually not too hard, but it's got one little trick in it, so stay with me. Here's the chorus. That's it. It's going to be a B power chord to an A power chord to a G power chord, so all whole steps, all on the dots or inlays, and then back up to your A for the last little bit. Specifically, it's 1 and 2 and 3 and for that B power chord. That's 7th fret E, 9th fret of the A. 1 and 2 and 3 and you're not playing a full measure. You're going down to the A power chord, 5th fret E, 7th fret A, for only a little beat. Right there on 4 and. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and it's just there for a second to connect you to the G. 1 and 2 and 3. So that G is played for 1 and 2 and, again, that G is in 3rd fret E string, 5th fret A string, 1 and 2 and for half measure, and then you go right up back up to your A power chord, 5th fret of the E, 7th fret of the A, and give it a nice quick little mute. Or you can drag it out at the end. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. Isn't that great? Bring you Okay, so that brings me into the little Easter egg I promised you. How I actually will play it is I will give you just a little bit more character and personality. First thing is I'll slide up to it, and you probably saw me do that a little bit, especially coming out of here. Add a lot of personality to it. Isn't that nice? Might take a little practice, but just practice going up to the 10th fret over and over, and you'll get it. Now, the funnest part though is what I do is I kind of imitate a little bit of what the bass player is doing. Check it out. Okay, so it's essentially a little bit more of the bass. So 10th fret, hammer on, 10 to 12, same thing as before, but instead of playing the D string, I'm playing the G string 10th fret. Maybe giving a little pinch. Like that. Coming back to my root, sliding it out. So 12th fret D is where I'm aiming. And I might give that a little pinch right here on the G string 10th fret. And maybe I'll even grab these two strings, the G and the B. And you can play around a little bit in that pentatonic area and have some fun with that in between. I usually do that, I'll kick a little lick at you right before I get into the vocal. It's a really great way to play that song and to upgrade it, but you don't have to. That's not the way they're doing it live. That's basically just my little way of saying, hey, here's a little something I do. Hope that you guys enjoyed that. If you did, please like, subscribe, and share with your mom. I'll see you in the next video.